Natsum is a virgin dork who's afraid to talk to girls, but when his fat-ass best friend gave him the Gaga 3000, he becomes popular. Then let every girl at school give his third leg an island ride. Our story starts with the worthless simp Natsum trying to sell preserved flower accessories, but everyone ignores his lonely ass. The dumb fool can barely manage to sell 5 out of 100 in a single day. He then enters the science lab and spots a short, cute, blue-haired baddie, instantly leaving him lost for words. She tells him he can't just leave the store without giving a heads up, because some thick-ass babes came by earlier. This shocks him, making him wonder if he could ever be lucky enough to land one. But the simp snaps back to reality, walking away and saying that even if he were there, they still wouldn't buy anything. To his surprise, the blue-haired baddie shows him that they actually bought a lot. 15 customers purchased a total of 27 items. This leaves Natsum stunned, since he didn't expect it to be that much. He thanks her while looking away, avoiding eye contact. The baddie notices and asks him why he can't stare at her dolly body. Natsum thinks to himself that girls aren't his priority right now, especially when they're very pretty.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
He quickly changes the topic, telling her that his dream is to open his own store one day selling the same items. But his parents don't want him to escape the Matrix, so they keep telling him to get a steady job at McDonald's, which always leads to heated arguments. His mom tells him to do whatever he wants, since she's still in her baddie era and isn't raising a punk-ass son. The blue-haired baddie starts laughing and splashes milk in Natsum's pathetic face, making him wish he could paint her face too, but with a white substance.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
She then tells him her name is Himari and says she's going to be a part of his pathetic life forever, so he better get ready to sell items like his life depends on it. 2 years later, they're in high school. 2 finest chicks tell Himari they love her earrings and ask where they can buy them. She tells them they're custom-made and hands them a code to scan, saying it'll lead them to an online store called You. Later, Natsum thinks to himself that he's able to sell his flower accessories thanks to Himari. All he does now is promote and sell his products online, meaning she's basically the popular model of his business. He starts making another item, thinking he's going to be rich by the time he finishes school. But his thoughts get interrupted when Dolly-body Himari pops up like Goku using instant transmission. She jumps on his back, complimenting his design. The dumb fool panics, muttering that he's working, but the baddie isn't going anywhere. She then sits on his third leg, hoping to get a little cheeks-clapping quickie before they head back to class.
Yeah, boy.
Unfortunately, this dumb-brain lunatic is more dead than a body in the mortuary. So she starts rocking him on the chair to build up his algorithm. The douchebag switches seats and tells her to go away.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
But with a spirit stronger than Naruto's never-give-up mindset, she jumps on his back again. She tells him to stop acting shy, adding that she's basically like the Atlantic Ocean right now.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
He then casually changes the topic, saying her blue hair used to be longer in middle school. With a happy face, she adds that it's still long enough to be pulled back, and hopes his third leg got taller instead of following her blue hair's footsteps. This causes the two of them to start wrestling. The scene skips to them eating. Natsum asks what happened to the talent agency that reached out to her. She tells him she turned them down because she's putting her full attention into promoting his accessories. Plus, they're best friends, so she couldn't leave him hanging. Deep down, though, she wants him to clap her cheeks so badly it's stressing her out. She tells him that if he can't open his own store before 30, she'll have to marry him. Natsum immediately drops the thought like a bad habit. Himari moves closer and asks if he's still hung up on the crush he met in elementary school during a trip, adding that it sounds like a bunch of made-up crap to her. He tells her to shut up, because deep down he knows he was lying off his sorry ass. She leans over the table and tells him it's time for him to start dating. He should pay attention to real girls around him, not brainrot babes on TikTok. The dumb fool responds that maybe he could get one if she wasn't always all over him at school, not realizing she wants him to clap her cheeks. She tells him she's had boyfriends here and there, so maybe he's just not attractive enough to pull a different baddie.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
He claps back, saying it's probably because the guys she dumped are spreading rumors about him. Himari admits that he's all she talks about in front of them, but it wasn't like she actually liked those guys. She was just bored. The next day, a low-life brat approaches Himari, saying he hopes she isn't dating that loser she's always around, because she could do so much better. Himari tells the scumbag it's none of his business and walks away, leaving his lonely ass behind. She thinks to herself that Natsum isn't an idiot, and anyone who can't understand him shouldn't judge him. Her desire to support Natsum's dream is pure. She doesn't need to kiss him or sleep with him to prove it. The scene skips to Natsum getting milk for Himari, but he gets completely distracted when a black-haired baddie walks his way to grab a drink as well. He thinks to himself that she's gorgeous, staring a little too hard as he mutters that it looks like she's carrying 2 nice watermelons on her chest. That's when he notices she's wearing a bracelet he made himself. Unfortunately, the bracelet suddenly breaks and falls to the ground, instantly making the black-haired beauty look sad. By some miracle, Natsum finds the courage to approach her and asks if she wants him to fix it. He thinks to himself that usually, whenever he meets someone, he can barely keep eye contact, but for some reason, this time feels different. A happy thought flashes through his head, wishing she'd let him clap, but the moment is shattered when she looks at him with a face that could scare Ghost Rider and asks what the hell he wants. This instantly makes Natsum nervous. He apologizes with a nervous voice and runs off.
Why are you running?
Hoping Himari never finds out this dreadful moment just took place. Later, the Riz god Makishima shows up to visit Natsum, but Natsum immediately calls him a womanizer, making Makishima laugh as he says that's no way to greet a friend, though he admits he kind of likes that about him. However, the moment Himari sees Makishima, the tension skyrockets. He's her ex-boyfriend, someone she dated out of boredom, and the experience was a nightmare. Makishima taunts her, asking if she really despises him that much. Himari snaps, shouting that he had 5 girlfriends at the same time and somehow she took all the blame, getting bullied nonstop while he walked free. Makishima just laughs, saying none of that would have happened if she hadn't accepted the confession of someone she didn't even like. He then casually switches topics, explaining the real reason he came, to help someone get their bracelet fixed. He tells Rin she can come out. Natsum immediately realizes Rin is the same black-haired baddie he ran into earlier. The moment Rin and Himari lock eyes, the atmosphere turns deadly. The scene cuts to Natsum examining the bracelet, noticing the joints are worn out because it's old. He says he should be able to fix it, but Rin stares at him with an angry face like she's about to eat him alive, warning him to make sure he fixes it properly. Himari steps in, telling her to calm down, then holds up a glass so Rin can see how angry she looks. This shocks Rin, making her accidentally trips and falls, putting her heavens fully on display.
Nice.
She scrambles back up, yelling at Natsum to hurry up and fix the bracelet. Himari snaps and tells the slut to shut the hell up and wait. Rin immediately grabs Himari by the face, unlocking her Sharingan, and declares that she hasn't forgotten how Himari stole her boyfriend back in the day before she even got the chance to give him an island ride. Natsum sees this and instantly starts analyzing the situation, secretly hoping Rin steals him from Himari after he claps her. Meanwhile, Himari still can't escape. Himari grabs her big watermelons and starts playing with them, sending Rin into full chaos mode and nearly flipping the entire school upside down. After everything settles, Himari is left sitting on the table like a badly behaved student being punished. While Natsum is fully locked in fixing the bracelet, the baddies sneak up and place bows in his hair. When he finally notices, he screams like a little bitch at the top of his lungs, making the girls laugh even harder. Eventually, the bracelet is fully fixed, and Rin thanks him with a warm smile. When it's time to head home, Natsum leaves before the rain starts, while Rin and Himari wait at the bus stop. Rin asks Himari if she's letting Natsum clap her cheeks, but Himari says they're just best friends from middle school. Rin then says her mother used to tell her that only people with kind hearts can create things that make others happy. She shows Himari her phone, displaying a picture of her wearing the bracelet, explaining that she knew the creator had to be nearby because Himari always posted photos with almost the same designs. Himari tries to downplay it, but Rin asks her directly if the store making the accessories actually belongs to Natsum. This hits Himari hard. She realizes she's been arrogant, believing she was the only one who truly knew Natsum, as if their friendship stood above everything else. But that belief was nothing more than wishful thinking. Sooner or later, Natsum is going to clap another baddie's cheeks, unless she becomes his girlfriend first. The next day, Natsum is having breakfast while thinking about which baddie he's supposed to take, Himari or Rin, but the thought ends when his dolly body sister walks in, looking like she had a wild night. He fills her in on how his business has been running, to which she tells the dumb fool that he's always making stuff based on Himari's image. So it's good to switch things up with Rin. In her eyes, all his accessories look the same lately. This puts the lonely simp in a down mood as he mutters that sales have been good. However, his sister asks him if he has any loyal repeat customers, and that makes Natsum's brain go completely blank. The scene skips to him at school, stressing about what his sister said, wondering what his next plan will be. In the hallway, Makishima asks Rin if she gave up her heavens to Natsum yesterday, but she sadly tells him that nothing happened. However, Himari calls out to her, interrupting their conversation, and her mood instantly changes when she sees the boy who got the Gaga 3000 from 5 girls and tried to turn her into the 6th. Tension immediately fills the air, but 2 high-sex drive girls call out to Makishima, telling him to come pick who has the best archback game. Makishima goes to their aid immediately without wasting a second. Himari then tells Rin that she has a great idea, but Rin casually states that she has a bad feeling about whatever she's about to say. The scene skips to Natsum watering flowers when Himari suddenly jumps on his back, asking him why his face looks like he's suffering from hunger. He tells her that he's thinking about switching things up for his next creation. As time passes, he fills her in on what his sister told him. Himari totally agrees, muttering that he always makes stuff he personally likes, but he needs to value the customer's perspective as well. Natsum decides he'll start with a romance concept, a creation that holds emotion. With a happy face, Himari tells him that girls love romance, so it's a good choice, but this surprises Natsum because he didn't know she knew anything about romance. Being the dumb fool he is, he asks her what love actually is. Himari tells him love is wanting to exchange saliva or get cheeks clapped with someone, but Natsum tells her that sounds like lust. She explains that he can't fully get his horny algorithm activated without romance. Natsum still stands strong, saying it's lust, but the blue-haired baddie tells him that lust is just a receptor for romantic attraction. She then asks him what his type is, black-haired baddies with big watermelons like Rin, but Natsum plays it off smoothly, asking how Rin even ended up in the picture. Himari knows he wants to clap Rin's cheeks before hers, but she lies her face off, saying it's easier to imagine someone she knows to model. Natsum tells her he's never looked at a girl and wanted to exchange saliva. The only thing he wants is to make them give a proper arch so he can hear how loud the thunderclaps sound while hitting it from the back.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Himari blushes and asks him if he wants to try it out, but the dumb fool turns into a complete idiot, clearly proving he's a capper, not a cheeks clapper.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
He tries dodging the situation, saying he can't exchange saliva because wanting to do that means romantic attraction. Himari, being the baddie she is, plays along, telling him they're best friends, so getting something instead of nothing is still better and wouldn't mean attraction. While staring at her, he wonders if she's joking around or if today will be the day he ascends into a Super Saiyan cheeks clapper.
My time has come.
Himari grabs his hand and starts moving closer to his face. He starts panicking internally as his horny cells go into overdrive. He's happy he's finally going to taste her tongue,
Yeah, boy.
but with a surprise bigger than Nicki Minaj's ass. When he closes his eyes, Himari starts laughing at the loser punk because she was clearly pranking his lonely ass.
Emotional, damn it!
Completely embarrassed, he snoops down, wondering why his life has to be so pathetic.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
However, she tells him she'll repay him for being mean, so he should make sure he's only available for her in the afternoon. This leaves Natsum with a puzzled face. Later, they meet up again. However, Himari is all dressed up, looking sexy and cute. She starts checking Natsum, asking him what the hell kind of cheap drip he's wearing.
Stop it.
Leaving him completely speechless. She keeps going, telling him she brought a special guest for him, so he better find a way to pull off that lowlife look he's rocking. When Natsum looks to see who the guest is, he realizes it's the dolly-bodied Rin. He instantly knows he's in a sticky situation. They then enter a restaurant where Himari drops the bomb on him. Rin agreed to stand in as a temporary model for him. This almost makes Natsum shit through his mouth as he asks if she told Rin that the accessories were made by him. Himari calmly tells him she didn't have to, because the baddie figured it out herself. As they start eating, Himari teases Natsum, telling him he's lucky to have two pretty thick baddies under his wing to work with. Natsum nervously tells her it's all very sudden, but Himari says switching up the model is exactly the inspiration he needs. She suggests they shoot the model pictures at Rin's confectionery shop, but this makes Rin turn into a fool as she says she has to ask her mother first. Later, Himari says she's gonna get a drink. Natsum tells her not to leave him alone with Rin, but she walks away anyway, leaving his lonely ass behind without a care in the world. As she walks off, Himari thinks to herself that she noticed Natsum likes Rin, so she'll support him as a best friend, even though she always imagined keeping Natsum for herself. At the garden, Natsum asks Rin what type of flowers she likes, thinking the model should decide the flower this time. In a soft voice, Rin tells him she loves big flowers. This makes Natsum smile as he tells her she's very pretty, staring at her big watermelons and saying that big flowers suit her, since they wouldn't overwhelm her. Rin turns her back, blushing, because she realizes Natsum knew she wasn't talking about regular flowers. She meant big anacondas.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Not damn flowers. They eventually pick a flower, tulips. Natsum starts explaining what kind of flower it is, but suddenly stops midway, panicking and asking if she thinks he's weird because most guys talk about sports and games. To his surprise, Rin tells him she's into chill guys and wants him to explain more about the flower. Natsum goes on to say that when he was younger, his family once went to a botanical garden. The dumb fool wandered off and got lost, but he saw a young black-haired beauty crying because she was lost too. They ended up finding their way back together, and before they parted ways, he bought her a flower. She told him she would wear it every day, even though they both knew it would eventually wilt. That moment is why he started learning about flowers, to preserve them for as long as possible. With a twist of destiny, Rin reveals that the girl was her. She tells Natsum the flower was a hibiscus, bright red and beautiful. This makes Natsum happy, realizing he finally met the girl where everything started, with flower accessories. Later, Natsum tries calling Himari but gets no answer, wondering if she went home without them. Before Rin leaves, she hands Natsum her phone and tells him to put his number in. This shocks him, making him wonder if he's about to start getting one-view pics. The scene then skips to Himari lying in her bed, throwing away her iPhone 17. She can't believe she's letting Rin take her man. She tells herself she's just a best friend and will support him no matter what. Still, she feels puzzled, wondering why she's feeling so jealous. With a sad face, she mutters that the way Natsum looks at Rin is something he never did with her, and that's why she went home. The next day, Natsum is on his way to school, but he hasn't slept for the past 2 days because clapping Rin's cheeks has been looping non-stop in his mind. On top of that, he's been trying to get closer to his next babe, Himari, but the dumb bitch keeps giving him dial tone. Still, she pops up out of nowhere as usual, except this time, she just tells him good morning from a distance instead of jumping on his back. Natsum asks her about her disappearance last Saturday, but she tells the moron it's nothing. He isn't buying that answer, so he starts chasing her down to get closer. However, the blue-haired baddie tells him that she feels like keeping some distance from him today. Before he can process that, his babe Rin holds his hand and tells him good morning. Surprisingly, he returns the greeting without making a fool of himself. He starts thinking that Rin has become a lot closer and friendlier toward him, wondering where her dangerous beast nature went. Rin notices the shitty face he's making and asks him if something's wrong. For once, he uses his brain for a nanosecond and tells her it's about Himari being weird. Rin immediately walks over toward Himari and tells her man that she'll handle it. She lures Himari out of hiding by asking if she wants some cookies. Being the hungry belly doofus she is, Himari pops out of the corner instantly, mouth wide open and ready. Rin grabs her by the head and tells the bitch to behave herself. Later, Natsum and Himari finally talk like normal people. Himari asks him if he and Rin are alone after school, but Natsum tells her they aren't dating, proving once again that he's slower than a snail when it comes to girls.
And I've decided that I want to die.
Himari moves closer and asks him why, reminding him that she was his first crush. Hearing this, Natsum immediately tells her that he knows she was listening to them before she went home. Himari tries to run, but Natsum hits her with the Riz lock, telling her that she's been acting weird lately, especially with that kiss practice nonsense. Before he can finish, he notices that she's completely flustered, blushing like crazy, not realizing that her heavens is competing with the Atlantic Ocean. The only thing she manages to mutter softly is that he's the one saying weird stuff. Natsum starts explaining that him and Rin aren't what she thinks and that he doubts he even means anything to Rin. But the moment Himari hears that dumb speech leave his mouth, she covers his shit-scented mouth, calls him the foolishest person known to mankind, and walks off, leaving his lonely ass behind. That night at a restaurant, Natsum and Himari host a new accessories reveal party with Makishima and Rin. Makishima asks Natsum if the restaurant they're at isn't expensive, but before Natsum can answer, Himari jumps in instead, telling him he didn't have to come if he didn't want to. She adds that he was only invited because Natsum insisted. Before things can escalate, Natsum steps in and stops the two lunatics from going toe-to-toe. He then reveals his new creation, a red hairpin with a tulip in full bloom. Everyone starts congratulating him, and he turns toward Rin, handing the hairpin to the baddie herself. Instantly, Himari starts acting like a real jealous bitch, even pulling out her phone and flooding it with pictures, pretending to be happy when she clearly isn't. Makishima notices her insecurities immediately, since he normally claps her cheeks, just never reaching the Gaga 3000 level.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
He decides to make things even more intense. He tells Natsum to put the hairpin in Rin's hair. Rin, with a shy and cute face, nervously tells him she wouldn't mind. Natsum moves closer to Rin and gently fixes her hair, sending horny waves all over her body and causing her to tremble. He finally puts the hairpin in place, creating a straight-up romantic scene. Makishima then asks Natsum what his plan is now, suggesting that he should make Rin his main model. At first, Natsum says that Rin is pretty and all, and that she's been a big help, but he doesn't want to force anything on her. To his surprise, Rin tells him she'd be happy to play the role, shocking him completely. He starts thinking it over, but just as he's about to break the good news, Himari slams her hands on the table, shouting that he can't do that. Both Natsum and Rin freeze in shock, while a bright smile spreads across Makishima's face. He knows exactly what this means. Himari wants Natsum to clap her cheeks instead of Rin. Himari quickly tries to play it off, saying it's a great idea, but she's not sure if it would be good for Rin since a lot of people post mean stuff about models online. Makishima immediately defends his bestie, telling Himari that Rin isn't the type to get upset over silly things. He then asks her why she's suddenly so worried. With a jealous look on her face, Himari struggles to hold her composure, saying she just wants what's best for Rin. She then asks Natsum what he thinks. When Natsum tells her it doesn't seem like a bad idea, she almost shits through her mouth, unable to believe he's choosing the black-haired baddie's side instead of hers. She asks him if he's serious, and he tells her that she's the one who started everything, saying he needed new inspiration. With a sad face, she's left completely speechless. Natsum points out that she's been acting strange lately, super focused on romance, even though she's the one who said she doesn't even understand it. He tells her there's no need for him to force anything, especially when her behavior makes it feel like a drag. Meanwhile, inside his head, he admits that he can barely hold out any longer before totally falling in love with her. On the outside, Himari tells herself to calm down as bad bitch mode slowly takes over. She searches her bag for a drink, but Natsum reminds her that she gave him the last one at school. She starts laughing, saying she can't seem to cool down, before disrespectfully pouring water all over his hair. Bad bitch mode has officially taken over. Rin and Makishima stare with their mouths wide open, unable to believe their eyes, like they just watched Ben 10 transform right in front of them. Himari tells Natsum it's time to break things off and that they'll be parting ways now. She screams that she never wants to talk to him again, making Natsum scream like a little bitch after hearing those words come out of the mouth of the girl he's known his whole life. If you enjoy this anime recap and want to see more, be sure to subscribe for updates when I upload. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.